Yo, what is going on, guys? Wait, are you guys able to hear me? Is this working? Hold on. Give me a second. Let me see again. 1, 2, check 1, 2. Hello. Wow, has it been? It's been a minute, guys. It's been a really long minute. My bad. Let me go ahead and turn down this music right here. Appreciate you, Star Wars Lo-Fi, for coming in with that clutch of a playlist, because it's actually one of my favorite things to listen to while I'm doing stuff like this. But hey, welcome back to the podcast. What's going on, guys? Hex, Eddie, your host of Shoot the Shit. Well, honestly, it's been a really long time since my first episode. I just want to go ahead and appreciate and thank my homie Joker. Guys, if you guys haven't seen that full episode, if you guys are hardcore Star Wars fans, that is the episode for you. Please go check it out. Recent or last episode of the podcast will be in the description down below, but I don't want to get too much far into it. To be honest, long story short, I just needed a break from my PC and I needed a break from everything. On top of that, my computer was low-key shitting itself, so I got a USB, not the port, hold, give me 1 second. Hold on, my dog is, hold on. All right, we're good. Hold on. Hey, chill. Being a goober, you guys know Kylo. But other than that, that's pretty much it. I got my USB ports kind of somewhat fixed, at least enough for them to use the camera. So other than that, that was pretty much the reason why I've been gone and I haven't uploaded since. Other than that, I'm really shooting the shit right now. The first episode had a really nice script, had some topics. Right now, I really am shooting the shit. I have no script, I have a few topics that I really want to discuss, to be honest, because I've been wanting to get my voice out about this and put my opinions on these certain subjects and topics. One of the main things I really wanted to do was, well, I had an idea where I was, you know what? While I had my time, I had my time away, and I made it a goal to try and beat a new game, every week or every other day, pretty much until I beat the game. And I did, and I used, if you guys aren't Xbox Game Pass holders, members, whatever, they have this feature, which is actually a really cool feature, where on the PC version, I don't know if it's on console, maybe it is on console. I honestly don't really use my Xbox to game all that much, which I did try, and it wasn't, I tried playing Doom and Destroy All Humans. Destroy All Humans was fun. I mean, mainly I played the game before when I was a kid. The Doom, I think it's just, for me personally, gaming on a big TV and an FPS shooter, or like any FPS game, just sucks on a big monitor or big TV. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. It just feels off. The sensitivity feels gross. I got frustrated really quick because I'm like, okay, this sensitivity is fucking me up. And hold on. Damn it. Hey. Sorry, if I get out multiple times because it's the dog. You guys know, if you watch my streams, Kylo's a little shithead. All right. But instead of doing the game, maybe I will do the game. I'm not sure. It's just my choices for games right now. Jedi Survivor and Tears of the Kingdom have only been my two games that I've been playing right now. And holy shit, which I'm not going to review yet, only because I haven't fucking finished them. If I'm being honest, I'm still 4 hearts in. Legend of Zelda, that's because I'm like, what, 20, almost 30 shrines in? Woo! It's been fun though, I will give you that. And if you guys have seen the creations that people have been making, holy goddamn shit, it is fucking hilarious. Please go on TikTok, go on YouTube, and look up at these, because I think someone made a Megazord with a penis, and I thought it was the fucking funniest thing ever. Game's been out for a few days, and this was no, this was after. This was the day of it came, like when it came out. I already saw that video, and then someone made a whole ass Megazord with that girthy ass penis. It's fucking hilarious. But I have to put that video up, bro, only because it's just what do you call it? If I had balls, I would. Oh my god. But it was a cool experience, and it's been a fun experience. It's been fun playing, returning to the story, especially in Jedi Survivor with Cal Kestis. I'm waiting, for me personally, that game has crashed maybe twice. I'm waiting for a few updates, which I think they already have rolled out, where I think everything's fixed. But for the most part, I had no issues playing on PC. I only had 2 crashes. It's just I haven't really been wanting to be on my PC for a really, like, about a month almost. That's how long. Like, I had never really had the urge to just, hey, let me go and game for this many hours like I used to. I just had no, I had no interest in playing or streaming or anything like that. But you know, it is what it is. Everyone has those, everyone gets burnt out at some point, and to be honest, I've just been spending time with Kylo, been spending time with on my Switch, which has been really fun, and I've been really enjoying myself. But the one thing is, okay, so going back and reviewing a game of the week that you guys, the idea was to recommend to you guys and go out and try it. I love games, and I love good story games. I love good multiplayer games, and I wanted to be like, okay, go and check this game out for the week. If it's on Game Pass, it's free for y'all. You guys can go ahead and download it and check it out, which I did. There was a few games that I did like. I forget, it was called Phoenix Point, and it was a strategy game I've never played before. It was my first time. It rolled. I'm like, all right, fuck it, maybe I'll try. I did like it. It was just a little overwhelming with a lot of choices, and I just got bored of it eventually. But maybe I'll find another strategy game like that that's maybe 10 times better, and I'll probably stream it or make some content on it. I don't know what I'm doing, but today is gonna be a solo episode. Obviously, I have no guests. That's the whole point. Maybe I thought about it. I have my own podcast. Why wait for a guest? I could just do it by myself, but I will bring people, and I have ideas, and I've already been asking people. Eventually, I know Mrs. Boss Lady KMD, my friend, my homie. I had already asked her if she wanted to do a Call of Duty episode, because I have really strong opinions about this new Modern Warfare 2 and about the next upcoming Modern Warfare 3, which I don't. Yikes. But other than that, instead of doing the video game, I wanted to do, or the video game of the week, I wanted to do the comic of the week or a book of the week. You know, something like, I've been reading a lot, you guys, and this, if you can tell by the title or the thumbnail of this video, no, do not fire this fucking guy. Fuck you, all you Zack Snyder diehards. Fuck you. I'm sorry. We'll get into that. We'll get into that eventually. My bad. It's just been so annoying seeing this all over Twitter, all over TikTok, and a bunch of these fucking kids who don't know exactly what they're talking about. Or pretty much these kids have never picked up a comic book in their goddamn life. And it's these annoying kids that just go on TikTok, go on Twitter, and say everything is mid, Marvel's mid, Star Wars is mid, all this is this and this and that is mid. Bro, these are the same people that are complaining about cameos. We talked about the Joker. These are the same people that are complaining about there not being cameos in any of the TV shows that are. This is not just Marvel. This is not just anything. This is everything. This is Star Wars, Marvel, DC. If there's no cameos in these movies, TV shows, people flip. Okay, you guys are a bunch of fucking idiots. Get a hold of yourself. That's my hot take. But well, back to the comic. I'm getting sidetracked. See, I'm getting sidetracked. But so I have been reading. And if you guys know, James Gunn is in charge. This is the main topic I really wanted to talk about. James Gunn and Peter Safran. I forget his name. I don't remember it entirely. But pretty much, here, let me move this over here. I'm going to move myself over here. And I'm going to have anything I need to pull up, I will pull up over on my right monitor. But James Gunn, Peter Safran. I don't remember how to say your name. I'm sorry, but you're goated. They have already okay. The comic of the week first. I want to put you guys on a few. I have a few things. If you guys are into comics, you guys are into or looking for something to read, I have Dark Knights of Steel. One of the homies at the comic book store. I went in, I was like, hey, can you guys put me on something new? I want to read something kind of dope. Ba. And I did, bro. Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This one's fucking crazy. I didn't expect it to be as good as I thought. I have volume 1, so this is the first I tried getting the paperbacks, the regular like issues, so I can collect the entire run. They don't have them anymore, apparently. At least they're just hard to get. Volumes, you can get the volume of the trade, or I fucking forget what it's called. I think I want to see it's a trade. But it's volume 1, issues 1 through 6. He said that the second volume, the rest of the, I think it ended last month or this month. I can't remember entirely. But volume 2, he says, should be coming out real soon, which I'm hyped for you guys to read. If you guys are looking for something to read, this is really good fucking. But $25 for the hardcover, and you know I'm a nerd, so of course I'm gonna get the hardcover. It's a really the artwork on Batman is kind of nuts. So without that thing kind of covering it, you got Batman, and obviously the regular cover with him, Kal-El, Jor-El, and all of the other Kryptonians, Harleen, Quinzel, and all. Alfred's a badass. Alfred's always a badass. But the main whole thing of the book, it's a whole different version of the DC universe where pretty much Kal-El, you know, obviously you guys know the basic stuff. Krypton blows up, they send him to Earth, he goes and becomes Superman, we know that story, but instead he lands at a different time period. But instead of Jor-El and his mom, I forget his fucking mom's name, dude. I don't care about his mom, but I know Martha, but I don't. Like, I'm not gonna go back and check. I know it, but it's just I can't remember right now. Anyway, so pretty much, Kal-El, instead of Jor-El sending Kal over to Earth by himself, they both go with him. But mom, dad, and fucking Superman, they all go. And this is a different time period, so this is like the medieval times. I can't remember the exact year. They land. You know, these knights, these Vikings, they all get kind of freaked out. They're like, oh shit, something just jumped out of space. You know, Jor-El doesn't know anything. You know, he just wants to protect his family. Jor-El goes in, fucking murks everybody with his laser eyes, or heat vision, which is fucking kind of, it was already getting dark. Right then and there, I was like, holy shit. After that, obviously, pretty much, they kind of settle down. Kal-El grows up to be a prince. They have their own kingdom. But just like in any other Superman story, there's people that are afraid because they're aliens, they're Kryptonians. But I'm not gonna. That's just pretty much the base of it. It is a really good read. There's a really big spoiler. I was gonna say it, but Batman. This is a different version of Batman. It's not. Sure, Thomas and Martha are mentioned. They die, but there's a little twist to it. I'm not gonna spoil it, but I promise you guys, if you guys are looking for something quick to read, something good, Dark Knights Steel, Volume 1, issues 1 through 6. Give it a try. So going back to my James Gunn, like I said, I have been reading a lot. Been hella reading. I think, okay, so the comics that I finished already. Okay. Secret Wars. Marvel Secret Wars, the 2015 run. Gonna be it's gonna be insane if they do the movie. I don't know which universes they're gonna collide. If you guys know Secret Wars, you guys know exactly what's gonna happen. I don't know which Earths are gonna collide and which ones are gonna get mixed, which is kind of crazy. Because now that I'm thinking about it, if they do the movie, they could do Toby's universe, they could do Andrew's universe, they could do the X-Men universe, they could do the Fantastic Four universe, like they could do Blade, like they could do a lot of freaking cameos with this movie. And if they do it right, this movie's gonna be nuts. I finished the comic and I was very surprised. And honestly, the comic reminded me more of why Doctor Doom is Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom's fucking crazy, which is I'm really hyped to see him more than anything. Fuck Thanos. We've already seen Thanos at his peak. Give me Doom. I want to see Doom. But also, after Secret Wars, I finished. What the fuck did I finish? I can't remember. But I went to the comic book store, right? Found a whole section to James Gunn. This topic, okay, this is it. This is where we're gonna get a little heated argument, kinda, not really. Depending. But pretty much, I went to the comic book store. They had a really nice whole section, dude, of fucking whatever the whole DC slate that James Gunn had put out. There's obviously he based it off of some comics that people have come out already, and if I'm being completely honest with you, I picked up 2. There was the Booster Gold comic that was there. Oh wait, no, I picked up 3. I have more. I picked up another one. Sorry. Pretty much the ones that I read were the ones that I'm really excited about, but I'm also gonna go back and read. My next read after Dark Knight of Steel, I'm gonna read the Supergirl. Fucking forget the title. Hold on, let me go grab it. And I want you guys to check these out. I want you guys to oh wait, I remember which one I read. It was The Last Ronin. We'll get into that in a different episode, but just because that comic alone is, if you're a big fan of the Ninja Turtles, I've grew up on those Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That story was, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it gave me nightmares. I don't know if it was the weed or what, but fuck, dude, the next day I could not sleep. So this is the one I picked up too. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. Which is, I forget that he announced that they're making a Supergirl movie, which was really fucking dope. She deserves more love. I think Supergirl they're gonna nail her. Nail it. Sorry. But this was the one that I read. I picked up the All-Star Superman. I picked up the Grant Morrison Batman, and Robin, Brave and the Bold. And this is gonna be a little bit of a spoiler gray area, but the comics are here. The comics are out. You guys can go on and read them. Just giving you guys a disclaimer, giving you guys a heads up. So if you guys get spoiled, I'm sorry. I don't know if you guys are big on reading. If you guys don't read, cool. But this is what you guys are this is the topic of this episode, because I'm not livid, just more, people are just stupid. So I was very curious when James Gunn came out with this DC slate. I was like, dude, a lot of people, a lot of people found out that James Gunn was in charge of the DC, him and Peter Safran, they were going to take over. They were going to have more direction. They're going to reboot a few things. Most people, Snyder cut diehards. I'm going to call you guys that. You pieces of shit. Annoying ass fucking kids. Snyder cut blah 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 blah. Those kids went ballistic all over social media. I got off Twitter for about 2 days because of all the negativity that I saw. I was just annoyed. That was most people's reaction, right? Cool. Fine. I get it. Bro. The Snyder cut, the Snyderverse wasn't perfect. Sorry to tell you guys, but it's not, dude. Okay, this is me. I'm hardcore DC. I love DC. It's my favorite. They have my favorite storylines of anything. They got Death in the Family. They got Infinite Crisis. Or no, not Infinite Crisis. Crisis on Infinite Earths. There you go. Crisis on Infinite Earths. They got the Death of Superman. You know, these are just basic. You know, they got fucking Flashpoint. They got Dark Knights of Steel. They got new. They got old. They got a bunch of fucking stories. But the thing, and there's one I'm interested in, and it has to do with the 3 Jokers. I want to read the fuck out of that. Watchmen, bro. Like, you guys, Swamp Thing, Booster Gold, a bunch of shit that, you know, that are really, really cool. That I fell in love with as a kid. Batman has always caught my attention. Batman, Nightwing, all-time favorite. Obviously, you guys can tell from the artwork. I fucking love them. They're my all-time favorite. Die Hard, ride or die for them. And after reading All-Star Superman, after reading Brave and the Bold, Grant Morrison, you Snyder cut, you know, Snyderverse people, y'all gotta get a fucking grab, guys. This is like something I see, like, I think every fucking day, if not every other day, if not every week. And this is not just me fucking dick riding James Gunn or any. I mean, sure, yeah, maybe after Guardians 3, holy fuck, man, you can have all my goddamn money. Which I will review at some point in the episode because I really want people to go see that if you haven't already. So All-Star Superman, that was the first movie that was coming out. It was kind of hard to find. I did, thank God this comic book store had every I think I took the last one, if I'm being completely honest. There was one left and I took it, and I was like, I have to read it. I want to read it so bad. Which, and after reading both comics, I think I read Batman first because it was a lot shorter, and this one was a lot longer, and or at least the Superman one. Guys, the Snyderverse was not the most perfect fucking universe. Look, don't get me wrong, Snyder cut, Justice League came out, we got a 4-hour cut of Justice League, and if I'm being completely honest, it was bad. I enjoyed it for the most part. It's just fucking long. I enjoyed it for the most part, because you guys know the whole situation with the whole Justice League, Joss Whedon, bro. I was blown away because Zack has really good potential, and I get what they were trying to do. I think by the end of it, Justice League Part 2 was supposed to be when one of the movies was supposed to take place where the nightmare scenes were taking place. That might have been the second or the third movie. I forget which one. But come on, guys. Look back. Batman, and this is someone, like I just said, how much I fucking love Batman. And I will say this, Ben Affleck is probably one of the best Batman out there. That's a hot take. You guys can, I'm not saying I hate the entire Snyderverse. I enjoyed most of it. Man of Steel was a banger. A lot of people hated it because they kind of they were portraying Superman as some sort of god, some sort of, higher power than most people, which I know after reading All-Star Superman it was a little different for sure, but it was still, for me, it was still enjoyable. I loved Henry Cavill as Superman. I fucking loved him, and seeing him back as Black Adam, and then him getting fired right after was like, what? Blew everybody by surprise. And I get that. I rewatched most of the movies. Man of Steel, I never got bored of it. I will watch that movie, or I will rewatch that movie any fucking time, honestly. Batman v Superman, Jesus. First time I watched this movie, I was 16, 15, I don't remember. It came out, I can't remember what year. I think I was 16. So I go, I left that theater very confused because the theoretical cut, you can tell things were cut. You can tell what was cut, and like it would go from one place to something completely fucking different. And it was a mess. That movie was a mess. You guys cannot say that movie was perfect. I wish it was, dude. Like I go back and I rewatch it, and I'm like, there's some like parts where it just doesn't make sense. The theoretical cut, they completely cut Clark Kent out of a character, completely like they butchered his character just for him to get fucked up and die already. The fact that they killed him off, I wasn't really happy with that. I was like, really? Already? Which, because I knew Justice League was coming. They already announced that Justice League was coming. And so I was confused, and everybody was confused. Why the fuck would they kill off Superman already? They are like, and bro. Sorry. The design for Doomsday. Y'all cannot say that design was fucking amazing. That looks so shit. And it's so weird because now that I'm thinking about it, at the time when this movie was coming out, a lot of people were shitting on it. All of a sudden people love it. What? This is the internet for you. But okay, so what was after Batman v Superman? Wonder Woman? Justice League? I think it was did Justice League come out first? Or did Wonder Woman? uh I want to say it was the same year. Wow. Wow. Oh shit. Okay. And here's the thing. And this goes back to my point and goes back to the title of this video. Fire James Gunn. Fire James. Bro. James Gunn. So Wonder Woman came out. Wonder Woman was a phenomenal film. I loved Gal Gadot. I'm not hating on any of the actors, bro. Not the actors. Everybody is like, it was, they were the perfect role, dude. Like Ray Fisher, a cyborg, killed it. It sucks, dude. Unfortunate what had to happen with him at Warner Brothers. I support him, and I will always support him. You know, because he brought live action Cyborg to life, or one of them at least. I know we have some from Doom Patrol and a few other spots, but he was my favorite. I know he was in Smallville too, but he was my favorite, and I really enjoyed him, and especially in the Snyder cut of Justice League, he was one of the best parts of that movie. And him, and I loved it. Ray Fisher. And it sucks, dude, because he was supposed to be in the Flash movie in the original script, but then all this drama happened. They completely cut Cyborg out of that film. And this goes back to my point. The Flash was filmed 3 years ago. Had nothing to do with this new James Gunn DC slate, the DCU slate, the new DC universe. And people are like, oh, look at James Gunn. He's already fucking this up. Fucking, why is Michael Keaton? Look at the CGI. Oh, James Gunn is going to ruin it. Brother, James Gunn had nothing to do with this fucking movie. First of all. Dude, and I see TikToks, and I see on my Twitter feed, and do I argue? Maybe sometimes, but and it's funny because like in the last episode, me and Joker did talk about this, where we would type out arguments, and it's just not worth the energy. I just leave it alone and I laugh. But I have a podcast that I can kind of talk shit just a little bit. And you know what? The fact that everything DC comes out and people are just pointing fingers at James Gunn and Peter Safran, dude, it's like you guys have no idea how any of this works, do you? He has nothing to do with these. Like when Shazam came out. Shazam came out. And people were already shitting on James Gunn. Like, there you go. That hashtag, hashtag of this title was trending all over the place, and people were just fucking. And my favorite thing is, shout out James, because he responds and shuts all these fucking things down, and it's hilarious seeing him interact with people that talk shit. But here's my point of all this. Why fire James Gunn when a phenomenal writer, director, and a guy who loves comic books just as much as any average person that really does? Why would we try to fire someone or try to get him out of this just to bring back something that was so shit? Dude, I rewatched DC Birds of Prey. I'm diehard Harleen Quinzel. Harley is one of my favorite DC characters, and ever since they brought her back to live action in Suicide Squad back in 2016 with Jared Leto, Will Smith, and the rest of them, those guys, if I'm being completely honest, Margot Robbie was probably one of the best parts of that movie. And most people would say that Suicide Squad is a dog shit movie for the most part. Yeah, sure. Even the director says it is. David Ayer, I guess apparently he has his own cut of the Suicide Squad that will never be fucking showed. Which honestly, I kind of want to see, because I think there was more screen time with, I think, Jared Leto's Joker, and I think that's what made him love him so much as Joker, which I want to see. I'm not a big fan of him. If you can convince me, sure. Except for that one scene in Justice League, that cut scene where he was, I'm trying to find some place where I'm comfortable. Except for that one, after credit scene in Justice League. But that's what I'm saying is, like, why complain when we are about to get some of the best fucking films, TV shows, animated TV shows of all time? After reading All-Star Superman, I cannot think of anyone else to be in charge of this movie. So we have seen a very darker and a greedier type of Man of Steel, right? All-Star Superman is a very different, has a very different take on him, and it's a more brighter, more happier feeling. In the comic, I think Clark is a little bit older, but in James had said, I want to do a younger version of him. And if the younger version of him, of Superman, trying to figure out his place in the world, working at the Daily Planet, dude, why would he want to make an origin story and redo that all? This goes back to the point why they needed someone else that wasn't Henry Cavill. Bring him back as Kingdom Come Superman. You know how fucking lit that would be? He's never said, I don't want to work with Henry. Has nothing to do with Henry. But people just love to complain. And I know that goes back to I've been saying that a lot, but it's true. Go on Twitter and you'll fucking see it. It is hilarious. But so with this version of Superman that he's gonna do, Clark is working at the Daily Planet, and I'm gonna be spoilers. I'm just giving you guys a few seconds if you guys don't want to know what the comic's about, but this is just a comic. It's not going to be the exact copy and paste. This is just inspiration of what he's gonna what he's gonna do with it. And I'll tell you this right now, I'm excited. My point is, and my whole review of the comic itself is that I cannot fucking wait. And there is reason why he's calling this the Gods and Monsters. That's the first phase 1 of the DC universe. I can't wait. Honestly, I can't fucking wait. Clark Kent, pretty much just got hired at the Daily Planet, or he's been working at the Daily Planet. Turns out he goes on a secret mission right at the beginning of the book that I want to say he rescues 2 astronauts that were going towards the sun. They were on a mission going towards the sun. I fucking read these when I was stoned. Maybe I could forget. But he was in space. But basically, Superman was exposed to too much radiation from the sun. Obviously that's the source of his power. So he gets basically kind of he was in the sun and then came back to Earth, and so his powers were increased by a ton. He is, more interested in Kryptonian technology, but the downside of all that, being exposed to too much solar radiation, is killing him. So pretty much, it's also, so he kind of realizes that, he notices that, and he's like, yeah, you don't have enough time. You got to, just giving you a heads up, being exposed to that much solar radiation, you're fucking dying. And pretty much, he's like, fuck. Kind of accepted the fact that he's dying. He accepted the fact that he's dying. He's obviously goes back to the point where, he spent, obviously you guys know he's in love with Lois Lane, and she's in the book. And I kind of do, a lot of people, and if I'm being honest with you guys, a lot of people, and this is something I'm already kind of on the fence of. I enjoyed it. Y'all Snyder Cut fans, Snyder versus fans are probably gonna hate the fuck out of this. Superman comes, it's cool because Superman is trying to figure out, okay, should I tell Lois? Because Lois, at this point in the comic, she does not know that Clark and Superman are the same people. So he actually does. It comes out and fucking says, hey, I am Superman. This is my birthday gift to you, and this is who I am. And then Lois isn't buying it. She's like, nah. She's like, stop playing this joke. You're not Superman. Clark can never be Superman. Da, 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 da. But this is the dumb part where it's like, okay, the glasses as a whole secret identity is, this is where kind of, even I was like, damn, that's kind of stupid that she can't kind of recognize him. But at the end of it, the way Clark is, he slouches. He has he looks more like a geek. He kind of tries to play more of the character, which I get. And he looks more, he makes himself look more kind of chunky. I'll show you. It's in the sketch at the back. Hold on here. So this is basically kind of explained his physique. So you see how he's slouching, and then he goes to super fucking man mode, and he's just, which is fine. I buy that. Okay. And at the end, when I saw that, I'm all right. I guess that's a little bit more believable, but the story itself was awesome, dude. They nailed Lex. I'm really excited to see James what he's gonna do with Lex Luthor, but in the comics, he's fucking ripped, dude. He's like an old, not old, but he's a younger version of Lex, and he's just jacked out of his mind. But like, there's gonna be more Kryptonians. There's gonna be, there's even a part in the comic where they go down to the world of Bizarro. He's hanging out with a bunch of Bizarros. Guys, I think James is gonna do some crazy things with this movie, and I honestly, I cannot fucking wait. I can't wait. The one thing that you guys are probably not gonna like is that Lois Lane gets fucking Superman's powers in this comic. Yes, but it's not what you think. It's just for 24 hours. Superman comes up and he cooks up a whole thing that gives his super abilities to Lois or anybody that drinks serum. And he decides, oh, I'm gonna give it to Lois. Happy birthday! And they go out and they have fight crime together, which is, it was cool. It was kind of cool seeing it. She has a whole suit, which I really enjoyed, and I cannot, like, guys, give him a chance. After Guardians 3, you guys have to have a lot more faith in him, bro. I've that's why when this was first announced, I wasn't mad. Was I kind of butthurt that they kind of just brought back Henry as Superman and they just fired him? Yeah, I mean, yeah, because that is my Superman. Henry's my Superman. I didn't watch the Christopher Reeves movie, and I sure as hell did not really like the Brandon Routh Superman Returns. Personally, I was just boring. But yeah, so Superman All-Star, if you guys haven't read it, read it. It's a good read. It's a fun read. 100%. I think Grant Morrison killed it. And I think after reading Batman Brave and the Bold, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Grant Morrison. I'm a fan of what he does. I'm going to go back and try to read more of his stuff for sure. And the way the comic ends might upset some people, but it's not what you think. I think there's gonna be a bigger movie involved for sure. A bigger movie involved. And going back to, you know, the Batman stuff, dude, like the way the one thing I'm curious about is what the suit is gonna look like and who they're gonna cast as him, because I know for sure James is gonna bring back the trunks for sure. And I'm really excited about that. With the Batman stuff, dude, listen, the way these movies are gonna play out, I think if they get the right person to do the Brave and the Bold, spoilers, this whole thing will be spoilers if you guys don't want to know anything about the movie, but for the most part, I think you guys know what's happening. So Batman Brave and the Bold, Grant Morrison's version of this. Me going into it, Batman and Robin. Fuck yeah. When I was a kid, I was really into the Batman and Robin movie. Growing up, realizing it was probably one of the worst movies of all time. Like one of the worst movies of all time. And it is. It's not the greatest. But this one, I think, for me, I think I've always looked up to Robin. My favorite Robin. Dick Grayson, the first Robin, obviously. Second, Damian. Most underrated Tim, personally. I think Tim doesn't get a lot of love. But then again, I haven't read too much about Tim. I don't know much about Tim Drake. All I know is he just becomes Red Robin at some point. I've never really been interested in him. I've always been more interested in Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, and Damian Wayne. Those have, I think, I don't know, maybe I will read some Tim Drake at some point, which I probably will next time I go to the comic book store. I'm like, hey, give me a storyline about Tim. Give me some Red Robin stuff. Why not? But the way, okay, here's the thing. The All-Star Superman and Batman Brave and the Bold have two completely different tones. And you know what? I think this is the one a lot of people are really going to enjoy. Because, first of all, Batman and Robin. You think it would be Bruce Wayne and Damian Wayne? No. Spoilers. Batman's dead. Dick Grayson is in the cowl, which I thought was dope. So I didn't realize, I didn't read the back of the book. I just kind of fucking sat down, smoked some fucking weed, and I just read. And it was cool, man. It was it was cool because obviously, if you guys know, Dick Grayson is one of those people, and he has said it, like the way him and Batman fell out, he kind of resents that suit. He doesn't want to put that suit on, and that's kind of what he struggles with that throughout the entire book. The entire story is that this is what I love about Alfred. Alfred, I think I took more of this story than I did the All-Star Superman, but I promise you the All-Star Superman was just as good. Please read that. You know what? Throughout the whole book, Dick basically kind of just is asking Alfred, how would Bruce do this? You know, how would he do this? How would he do that? I'm not him. He struggles with teaching Damian. Damian does not respect him at all. Obviously, we kind of know that Damian's a bit of an asshole. They do bicker at each other from time to time, and one of the best, like one of my favorite stills in that comic, or one of my favorite pages was Dick asking Alfred, like, what would Bruce do? What would he do? And basically Alfred kind of comes out and tells him, just be your own person. You do things your way. Don't be like Batman. And eventually he adapts, and by the end of the book, Damian respects him, and he tells him that. And I really like that, the way that Dick was trying to so hard to not put this fucking suit on, and here he is, wearing the goddamn suit, learning how to live without Bruce, learning how to even be the Batman, because he's Nightwing for a reason. And even a lot of people, like, I guess Bruce has been gone for a while, pretty much, and I think the reason why he puts the suit on is like, we need to put this suit on or people are going to start to get suspicious. And a lot of the crime rate goes up, obviously, because Batman's gone. Let's go and let's start fucking shit up. So that's exactly his motive. All right, I need to carry this and still bring and strike fear into Gotham and know who this city belongs to. And this is where it gets interesting, because the villain of this fucking movie, if they get the right person, bro, this could be the creepiest and the most bloodiest goddamn fucking villain. And I'm happy about it. I don't know if they're gonna do them. Pink Flamingo. Oh, I forget the other guy, but he dresses up like a pig and he makes kids. He kidnaps people, makes them into dolls. I can't remember the exact fucking name of him, but that's pretty much what it is. And so it kind of follows up that person specific. He works for Pink Flamingo, and Pink Flamingo, I want to say, is he eats humans. He rips people's faces off and he fucking eats them with legit a fucking fork and a knife, bro. It's kind of, and there was a part in the movie, in the comic, where you see him eat it, and I'm like, kind of gross. It's kind of gross. And so pretty much, so he hires this guy. I think he's working for him. He is working for him because the guy that makes people into dolls, he kidnaps a guy and his daughter, and his daughter fucking, her face is unrecognizable. You can see she's all fucked up. Same with the dad, and she kind of blames her dad for all of this because he's involved with like the mafia and people that he shouldn't be involved with. So after Robin was pretty much getting a lead on them, he's kind of lurking, and he's following them pretty much, this trying to see what the fuck is happening. They find out that Robin has been fucking finding him. Robin tells this girl, I will save you, just stick with me. And then I think, and that's not exactly what he said word for word, but pretty much something goes like south, and Robin isn't able to rescue her, or from this guy, and she's mad about that because he promised her, and she kept that grudge, and basically was turned into a whole villain, because right after that she just goes up to her dad, gets a pillow, and fucking murders the shit out of him, kills him, and that's how she becomes a villain and works alongside that doll maker. I want to say that's his name, I can't remember, but it's creepy, bro. The way the art is like the art was played out, I'm like, if whoever directs and writes this movie, brother, get a fucking guy that does horror movies, bro. You guys can make this into the creepiest Batman movie for sure. And I like the fact that it isn't like the Joker, it isn't the Penguin, it isn't Two-Face. It is someone that we kind of don't really know. I get that, and the way the last fight with the pink flamingo is disgusting. As in, if like he's eating people's faces off, dude. Like and it's very creepy because he's not like, you wouldn't expect him to look like the way his name is, the pink flamingo. No, he's more of like, you can tell he's like a fruity guy. And even Robin says that, he's like, damn, I didn't expect to be like, the vibes are like, he even says it like, are really gay. Not saying that to offend anyone. That's exactly what the comic is. And even Robin was like, wow, what the fuck? Like you even look at him maybe the first time when he pops out and you're like, oh, what the fuck? But then when he actually is into action, holy shit, dude, this guy, like, I was sick to my stomach kind of reading it because it was pretty gory. And I don't know how far they will go, but after seeing Guardians 3, I don't think James gives a fuck. If they'll probably just be like, do it. Fucking like, yes, do it. So those are the two that I read so far. All-Star Superman, Batman, and Batman Brave and the Bold. James Gunn, look, guys, I get it. You guys want the Snyderverse. You guys want this and that to survive. Believe me, I wish we got to see Zack's version of the DC universe. Which I don't understand is that a lot of people hate the fact that Superman, this evil Superman, ever since Injustice came out, the whole Superman being like a dictator type shit, or an evil Superman, is kind of fucking crazy that a lot of people don't like it. And I get it, but I also don't. But I'm like, I guess I don't know. More people, the reason, like, how do I explain this? The people that I see complaining about Snyderverse are people that either are like or like diehard Zack, or they just want a really good version of Superman. And I think James Gunn is going to deliver. I think we just got to keep an open mind. But then again, it's the internet. Motherfuckers are just going to complain. These are just my opinions. And these are just for people that maybe who you guys probably don't give a shit. This is my podcast for one. Two, I don't care. It's my podcast. But pretty much it's kind of I just wanted to give my opinions on it, just because I know I love this shit, so I can't wait to see it, and I can't wait for, and I hope if you guys are watching this, and then if you guys are diehard Zack Snyder, bro, just wait a little bit. I promise you, I think this is gonna be even better than the Marvel universe. I fucking said it. Yo, I'm more excited about the DC movies than I am the next MCU phase, except for the Marvels and Secret Invasion. I love Brie Larson. I love the actress that played Kamala. I love the actress that played Monica in WandaVision. I love them all. I can't wait for this movie. Honest, I said that about Ant-Man, bro. I said that about Ant-Man, and look how fucking terrible. I'm sorry, that movie sucked. I was so mad about that movie, dude. Only because Kang was in it, Jonathan Majors. I love Kang. I was so hyped to see this motherfucker in action, just to be disappointed. But there was some cool, like the hand-to-hand combat with him and Scott fought. It was cool, but for the most part, that movie was just like, I was bored. I wasn't having a good time. I mean, I kind of was. I kind of wasn't. No, it was better than Love and Thunder. I rewatched Love and Thunder, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I can't believe I went to go see that movie in theaters. Holy shit. I was bored. The second time I watched it, dude, I was bored. It is what it is. But that goes back to my point. Guys, James Gunn. James, if you're watching this, I cannot wait for your Superman movie, and I wish people would agree. James, I don't know if you'll see this, but I am your biggest fan right now, and I will be. I can't wait to see that movie next year, in the next 2 years. Next topic. That's all. That was basically it, guys. That was my hot take. That was my main topic for this episode. But let's just go right. Wow, 49 minutes. Hell yeah. Oh man. But yeah, that is pretty much all I really wanted to talk about. Fire James Gunn. What else is going on? Oh, my review for Guardians of the Galaxy 3. And I want to also review The Mandalorian. I really wanted to do this with Joker. But I honestly didn't think I was going to record an episode today. But let's go ahead and talk about that. And I'm sure I'm really fucking late. But bro. Okay, Mando season 3. Let's go ahead and talk about that really quick. So Mando season 3 actually started off really weird, bro. After watching, okay, so my little sister, if you guys had watched the last podcast, I told Joker my sister was watching the entire Star Wars universe. We did the movies. I wanted to do the movies and the TV shows. We did some, but not the animated stuff. My sister couldn't make it through Clone Wars, so we did episodes 1, 2, episodes 3, 4. We had episodes 1, 2. Tried Clone Wars. She wanted to watch the movie, so we did the movie. So episodes 1, 2, 3, and then I did Solo, and then I did Obi or Kenobi, and then I did. I went and crawl like the actual order. And you know what? After seeing my sister's reaction to the Return of the Jedi, and I know a lot of people are mixed feelings about Hayden Christensen's Force Ghost, but she loved it, and the fact that I had her watch it like that, I think it made it more sentimental for her. But when we got to Mando, she's been digging Mandalorian, she's been digging it so far. And then the third season, I told her the third season's weird. I don't know, she's younger than I am. She might dig it. Very slow for the most part. Yeah, I saw a lot of people complaining about this, is that you kind of really don't know where the direction of this fucking season is going until like episode 5. Yeah, episode 5, you're like, oh, so this is what they're doing. But I don't know, man. It was a weird season, but you know what? The ending, I was satisfied. I love the way. My favorite thing out of the entire season was Grogu adapting and learning the ways of Mandalore and the Mandalorian. I loved how Mando was teaching him how to navigate his ship, and they brought him into the Creed. He adopted him. Spoilers, I'm sure you guys have finished it. And I love that fact that he's more of a Mandalorian right now than he is a Jedi. So, which is interesting because we've only seen that once, and that was the guy that fucking was the first guy that wielded or made the Darksaber. I don't remember his name. So, Joker, if you're watching this, bro, you know he knows who I'm talking about. But for the most part, it was all right. It was all right. I think the whole Lizzo and Jack Black episode kind of threw me the fuck off a little bit, but the action was enjoyable. I liked the ending, satisfied me. I think I just wanted more. I think I wanted more time with Grogu, as if, more of him training with the Mandalorians or something. They even let him fight. They sparred. I forgot about that. He was just, and you know what? Grogu was it was so cool when he did that. When he shot the kid like twice with his little device. But the way I think everyone's favorite episode was when that one Mandalorian fought the Imperial Guards, and that motherfucker went out like a champ. Bro, that was so beautifully fucking shot, man. I kind of knew it was coming, but at the same time, I was like, wow, bro went out like a champ. But Din Djarin and Din Grogu now they're living on Navarro happily ever after. And you know what? By all means, we even got to see Zeb. I forgot about Zeb, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys too. When Zeb had popped out, I was stony for sure. That's just how I enjoy my time. But he comes out, bro. I sat the fuck up. I'm like, hold up. Subtitles Zeb. I'm like, oh shit. Oh no, not even the subtitles. The end credits. I'm like, was that fucking Zeb? And you know what? That was such a cool fucking little moment because I loved Rebels and I did not think I was gonna love Rebels, and I cannot wait for the Ahsoka series. So that was cool. So you know what? For the most part, me personally, I did enjoy it. Just the beginning of it was really slow. That's pretty much it. So hey, Mando season 3, can't wait for fucking Mando season 4. I'm down. I'm really down. Did it make me cry? It didn't make me cry, but I was more of like, yo. But for the Guardians review, fucking hell. Did I bawl? Yes. If you haven't seen it, go fucking watch it. It is probably one of the... So when the MCU we're in phase 5 right now. Phase 5, and this is what this is why I'm like telling you guys, James Gunn made all 3 Guardians movies. He wrote all 3 Guardians movies. And if you listen to him talk about the comics and the characters of the Guardians, he truly loves these characters, and the send-off, the ending, dude, I was like, I cannot believe I just watched this. It was probably one of the most heartwarming movies I've ever seen in my goddamn life, but also one of the most heartbreaking goddamn movies. It made me feel sick to my stomach at one point, because if you guys know or have seen the movie, you know exactly what fucking part I'm talking about. Because I can't believe they fucking actually made it in the movie. And obviously, spoilers, there's a clip online that came out way back when. There's the first F-bomb in the MCU, but the way this movie starts off, man, it's such an emotional roller coaster. Probably one of the it was so fun. I had a great time. I did not have this with Ant-Man. Dude, I told my friends, like, I'm like, dude, Ant-Man's gonna be dope. We're getting fucking Kang. Kang is like the new Thanos, because, dude, if you know Kang, you don't fucking play. So I was excited, and we're getting the new Avengers movie, Kang Dynasty. Yeah, and I said Guardians or Ant-Man and Guardians. I did that in that order, and fucking hell, dude, Guardians. James is just everybody. I think my favorite performance in that movie, they all did great. They all did fantastic. I don't have a favorite, but if you guys haven't already seen Guardians, yes, please. If you guys are in the mood for a good cry, you guys are just there to have fun, you will get your money's worth. And like, just a little reminder, James, he's making Superman. This is the man that's making Superman, that's in charge of the DC universe. And after watching Guardians 3, dude, I'm even more excited. I am way more excited. So it looks like we're already hitting up the 1 hour mark. Hey, I appreciate it. I wanted to end it in just that small little review. I love the movie. That was pretty much my episode of this. If you guys watched the entire thing, I appreciate you. Thank you guys. For this second episode of Shoot the Shit, there's gonna be more episodes, individual episodes with just me, just talking about whatever. I will bring a friend on, I'll bring a guest on from time to time, but for the most part, this is the content it's gonna be. I forget, this is my shit. I can do whatever the fuck I want with it. I can do and talk about whatever I want. So, apologize. This was a very nerdy episode, but other than that, hey, I'll catch you guys on the next episode. I appreciate you guys. Please sure to leave a like and let me know what you guys think about all this. I don't know. I want to talk about it with you guys. I want to talk about it with people. Catch you guys later.